What is going on? Welcome to another reaction video here on the channel Manny Ramos Undisputed. So we have the Joe Rogan Experience podcast that just came out with Sebastian Maniscalco. And one of my favorite comedians, by the way. I like what Joe Rogan talks about on his podcast. A lot of stuff that he talks about there I can relate to. He talks a lot about fitness, nutrition, training, and all that. And a couple of things that kind of catch my attention that I completely agree with him is if you want to have a lot of energy, if you want to have a lot of strength, you have to do a lot of stuff to get to that level. And it is so true. If you've been watching my fitness vlogs, you can see how much I do. I run 7 miles and I do a 30-minute full body calisthenic and free weight workout. 4 days out of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, I rest Wednesday, and then I go back at it Thursday and Friday. I take the weekend off sometimes, but it depends how I feel. Not only that, we're going to go ahead and listen to it a little bit. Let's see if we can catch something and piggyback off something they say on the podcast. I'm always so intrigued. I'm always so intrigued with their conversations and all that. So let's check it out. There might be a little bit of profanity. You already know that I don't really like too much profanity here on my channel. So I know that Sebastian, he uses a little bit of profanity here and there, but not as much as the other comedians. So hopefully it's not too much, but just beware of that. And let's see what we can get into. We're going to be playing a little bit of Mario Brothers 3 just to kind of chill out and listen to the conversation. If you have a question, comment, concern, leave it in the comment section. If you want to dispute something, feel free to dispute it in the comment section. Hit the like button if you've been liking these videos that I've been putting out lately. Reaction videos, fitness vlogs, and yeah, let's get into end gameplay. All right.
It's my first time here.
Yeah.
At the Austin property.
Yes.
Right? And first of all, most comfortable chair I've ever sat on.
They're great, right?
I don't know. I feel like when I come here or when I come do this podcast, it's my third time on it. I feel like I'm in the future. All right. I feel like you got things that aren't even out yet. Right. I just feel like this chair, the general public can't even have access to.
No,
it
but
yet.
they do. We've had these for years.
But whatever they
These are great.
They're beautiful. Then I feel like I never drank water out of
Metal cup.
yeah, and
We're
I feel
sustainable here.
I feel like there's a reason for everything that you do, right?
But there's definitely a reason for metal cups. You really shouldn't be.
Joe Rogan has always been careful of every single thing that he takes, like what he drinks out of, what his meats. He's well known to eat a lot of like the carnivore diet and stuff like that. That just means you eat a lot of meat, and specifically elk and stuff like that, bison. Those kind of meats are very expensive. Very expensive. If you just get a little tiny chunk like the size of your fist of bison, grass-fed bison from your nearest store, it's probably like around $30. Probably like $30. But is it worth it? Yes. It's it's actually very tasty, very soft. You wouldn't think it is, but yeah, bison is very soft, very tasty, and is super high in protein. And that's kind of the main thing that I've always recommended here on the channel as well when it comes down to nutrition, is to be conscious of your protein intake, because your protein is the building blocks to any muscle tissue, branched-chain amino acids to repair any tissue and stuff like that. Any repairment that your body needs to do is going to go towards, it's going to grab it from the branched-chain amino acids. So protein is more important than what we continually still till this day understand, so we need to renew the mind and understand how important protein is. But yeah, Joe is all about the whole, he's a health freak. He's a health, which is good. Although I do agree with the majority of his things, I do agree that sometimes he just is too much. He does too much. You're gonna hear it right here.
Be drinking out of plastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean, I do. I drink a plastic water bottle. Someone gives me one, but I avoid them whenever I can.
yeah. Of course, we all know. Oh, the plastics. When
Yeah.
I'm drinking out of plastic bottles myself, and I don't know. I don't see that much of a.
It's gonna turn you into a chick.
No, maybe. Is this even real water? What kind of water,
it's water.
is this?
It's filtered.
All right.
That guy is hilarious though, Sebastian. That guy, he always acts like that, like all ignorant. The reason why Joe Rogan says it's gonna turn you into a chick is because, for some reason they've been finding estrogen in the water bottles. Estrogen. A male and female has estrogen, but the difference that which makes us manly is a low level of estrogen. Once you have a high level of estrogen, you start to become a chick. Yep. So, hey, what's going on, my friend? What's going on, Uno? Uno says, "What's good, Manny, bro? You looking lean, doing some different workouts." Yeah, I've been hitting it super hard. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the live stream, I'm running 7 miles now. 7 miles before my 30-minute work. Well, actually, I do 4.5 miles at 7 a.m. and then I do a 30-minute full body workout at 10:30 a.m. and then at 11 a.m. I go for a 2.5 mile run. So that puts me at 7 miles in a 30-minute workout, 4 days out of the week. So yeah, I'm loving it, and I feel good. The reason why I'm doing it is because I feel super good. I feel good. I'm capable. I'm like, man, I got this. I feel good. I feel energetic. I have it. So I'm like pushing the envelope a little bit. Let's see how much I can push out of myself at this age. So that's kind of why. Yeah. So it's probably gonna lean me out a little bit, and I don't really mind losing a little bit of muscle. I build a ton of muscle as well. The past couple of years, 2 years spending my time on a calorie surplus or even calorie maintenance, I've been building a good amount of muscle. I was on creatine for a couple of months as well, so all that helped me build a good amount of muscle. So now I'm under my maintenance daily calorie intake and just running a ton. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, my friend. How's it going? How's your workout going? How are you doing? The last time we spoke, you mentioned that you were doing that fast, right? Intermittent fasting challenge or something like that. How did that go?
Filtered water.
Yeah. What is it like? It's a super filter. Some crazy filter.
Definitely a special machine that
Yeah.
you can't even unplug. That
Yeah.
Right? You
connected to the-
can't get this
It's a
water
heavy
outside
duty-
this room. You
it's-
can't get the water outside the room.
Good water, right? Until it. It's very delicious.
And then you got a whole. And I don't know if anybody's ever talked about your area
a lot of
on
garbage.
your side of the table.
Yeah.
There's just so much shit going on over
There's a
there.
lot going on.
Right? There's tins. There's
I have mammoth teeth. I got an arrowhead, a legit arrowhead. It's probably 500,000 years old.
you got soil on your bookshelf out
Man.
there.
Yes.
What?
There's
I mean,
soil.
Man, I just finished. Uno says I just finished 20 sets of 50 bodyweight squats. I was on a 500 squats for 30 days challenge. Started last month on the 9th. Missed a few days, but made them up. Dang, that's crazy. Daily, huh? Let me see. On the 30-day challenge started last month. Yeah, daily, man. That's brutal. I like those kind of challenges. I don't know. I like doing them. But you gotta be careful, man. Like sometimes it might be too much to where you can get hurt, and that's one thing that I'm always mindful of is, all right, as long as I'm gonna push the envelope, but I'm gonna be aware of it being a little too much to where you're gonna tear something or you're not gonna recover. And if once you don't start recovering and you go at it again, that's when it starts to become a health issue, and that acid buildup and stuff like that. But yeah, hey, the body is awesome. The body is resilient, depending as well how good you're taking care of it too, though. You know, because if you're doing the 500 squat challenge, man, eat a lot of good food, a good amount of water, get your good sleep, and you should be good to go. You should be able to do it. But if you're not, if you're just doing the 500 squat challenge and you're still eating like trash and you're not even hydrating, you're deprived from sleep, you're gonna get hurt. The body will shut down. It'll shut down. Oh shoot. Yeah, but man, yeah, that's awesome, man. Those are crazy challenges. Keep it up. Keep it up. Uno says, yeah, man, I actually started it only because I wanted my legs to be ready to start my sprint workout twice a week. Yeah, that will definitely help you. That will definitely help you. That'll build muscle endurance. Hey, you know what helps big time? Uphills. A ton of uphill. And then once you come down off the hill, like once you're done training just pure uphill, then try it out on flat surface, you're flying. Awesome. Glad to hear.
Never seen anybody jar soil before.
Well, that was from a gentleman who runs White Oaks Pastures. His name is Will Harris, and he has this amazing farm. It's a regenerative farm, and he gave us 2 pieces of soil. Was that Carl barking? He wants to fight. He didn't
look at
get
that.
enough, biting me this
That's
morning.
what I'm talking about. So this is my lucky day.
Carl's getting hard, dude. He bit my finger. That was a real yipe when he bit me this morning. I was like, yo. Carl goes after you.
No, yeah, you went after me.
But anyway, that soil, one of them is a jar of regenerative soil, which means soil that is how a farm is supposed to be run, where there's manure and chickens and all the animals just ruminate and they live off the land in a natural way. And it's a deep, rich, dark soil. And the other soil, which is pale, that's industrial soil. That's soil that's been used with industrial fertilizers, and the top soil's dead, and it's just garbage, which is most of what we eat.
See, the difference between you and I is you actually remember what the soil does and what. If somebody gave me soil, somebody gave me soil, and you said you got soil, I guess, yeah, somebody gave me dirt, and I wouldn't know the difference between the two.
You see, the dark dirt is the good dirt. That's the real dirt. That's how dirt's supposed to look out in the wild. That's what we're supposed to be eating food from. Mineral-rich soil, so you get healthy vegetables, healthy animals.
That's
crazy. Beautiful that you have that on display.
Yeah, that's true. You know, with the whole soil thing, us as human beings, we've been just we've been modifying everything, even ourselves, right? We've been modifying everything, the soil, the fruit, the meats, all that stuff. So now it's like rare to get good organic food. Just because they have the title organic on the label doesn't mean it's organic now. It's like they always tend to want to get away with processing something and titling it organic, but they don't mention that it's only 70% organic, right? Let me change the battery to my camera.
And again, you're coming and taking a tour of this place is inspiring. You make me want to spend money. Yeah,
he should spend money. You definitely should spend money. Because if you don't spend money, like, what's the point in having it?
I know. I wish I could get there, but you...
Come on, bro. Look at that watch. You're balling. Look at that thing. What is that?
My wife gave me this
That's a beautiful watch. What is that?
It's a Cartier watch for our wedding.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Let me see that. Let me look at that. Ooh, that's a pretty watch. That is a lovely watch.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave me this for our wedding gift.
Very nice.
But
well,
yeah.
Wife's got taste. That's
she
obviously. Look at you.
She got...
You handsome bastard.
You got a lot more taste than I do. I tell you that right now.
I know. Yeah, I let my wife pick out almost everything. When I have nice sneakers on, it's generally my wife bought them.
Does your wife comment on your clothing?
She does, but she leaves me alone for the most part. But she'll dress me occasionally if I have to go out. But I'm a fucking teenager.
Yeah, well, yeah, like a t-shirt,
Yeah,
like a jiu-jitsu t-shirt guy.
I wear t-shirts.
Yeah.
They're comfortable. I wear jeans. They're comfortable. You know, I don't really give a fuck.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a suit.
I wear suits.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have some nice suits. I have David August, I have like a whole row in my office. I'm in my my house, my closet filled with suits. Yeah, I got a bunch of custom-made suits.
All right.
Because I can't wear regular suits. I don't fit in them, you know. There's not a lot of 200-pound, 5'8" dudes. It's just very
Here, my brother
odd
gotta
shaped.
take a shower.
They don't make clothing for...
Chimp size.
Yep, you know it.
Short dudes.
Hope I see you here in the channel
but
more
it's
often.
A nice
Uno.
fitted suit is a fucking
Take care of
wonderful
my friend.
thing to have because it just fits you perfect.
Yeah.
All the cuffs and everything. You feel different. You put it on. You know, we all the boys we did a show in Vegas. We did the MGM, the Grand Garden Arena, and we did me and Brian Simpson, Tony Hinchcliffe, and Hans Kim, and I got them all suits. I said, let's all get we're doing Vegas. Come on, let's do it Rat Pack style. So we got some of these beautiful David August suits, and Jamie got one too. It was incredible.
Nice.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's nice. You feel different when you show up with a suit on.
You do feel different. However,
Look at that. That's us.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
that's
son.
Nice. That's a nice...
Sharp.
Shot.
Sharp. Everybody's looking sharp. Look at Jamie with the shades. Come on. Got the full Pulp Fiction ponytail going on. Look at you.
Yeah,
nice, right?
I feel, though, with a suit, right, and I've noticed this as I've gained some weight in the midsection, wearing a suit is becoming extremely uncomfortable if you don't have a very kind of tight body.
Right. If you get stuck around here.
That is true. And one thing about Sebastian, you're actually getting a comedy. How should I say it? You're actually kind of watching comedy as you listen to these podcasts, because this guy has some jokes. He's got jokes for days. He'll be funny on stage or off stage. Just his tone, right? His tone, his choice of words and all that. Just his voice. And he's funny looking. What else do you want?
Yeah.
Binds you.
Tuck in the shirt. There's
And
the buttons are hanging out for daylight.
Yeah.
So I'm fluctuating in my weight, where the suits I got right now, I got to work into them.
Yeah, well, you and me are both Italian, and Italians, we just love our pasta. It's a real problem.
It's a problem, especially when after you hit 50, it just seems to not go away.
It doesn't go away. The only way to go away is to not eat pasta. That's the only way. It's the only way for me. Not eat pasta and
It's crazy because, man, pasta is a lot of carb, and he says the only way that it's gonna go away is if you don't eat it. You can eat it just in a lower portion, but man, and I've always said this here on my channel, if you want to enjoy a lot of pasta, man, you have to become a marathon runner. You have to literally become a marathon runner, because you're gonna need to burn a ton of calories. Pasta, especially whole wheat pasta, thick pasta, has a ton of calories. I'm talking about a little bowl will put you at 1,000 calories just in itself. Now you have the mozzarella, or what is it called, the sauce and the cheese and this and that and bread, and man, you end up eating a 2,000 calorie bowl of pasta after you added all the essentials.
booze. If I cut way back on the booze and no pasta, my body just goes and shrivels back to normal.
Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to get back in
It's
shape.
so hard to avoid that food. The food is just if it's in front of me, I just have a real problem.
Well, you like to eat meat. Do you find that?
This guy, hey, he's being honest, man. It's honest. Honesty right now, it's true. Even beer, man, it does add a lot of calories, but I like to have like some pizza and a beer. That combination right there, if you really think about it, is delicious, is soothing, right? But it's a bad combination. It's a bad, deadly combination because it's all carb and alcohol. All carb and alcohol. There's no protein. You'll get some good fats and oils, but that's about it from the pizza. But no protein whatsoever. No protein from the pizza and the beer. So it's a really bad combination. And earlier, like I mentioned, we need to continually be protein conscious because we need that protein. If you want to keep that muscle alive, you better be protein conscious. It will go away. It'll starve. The muscle will starve if it doesn't have the required branched chain amino acids. Yep. So, in carbohydrates, they're just calories. That's it. It's just calories just for performance. Calories for performance. You can still use calories from protein for performance, but that's why I've never done the ketogenic diet, because I use my carbs like from pasta and stuff like that for performance. But yeah, pizza and beer, oh man, it is a deadly combination, but it is delicious. How strange is that? How strange is that? A deadly combination, but it's delicious. Crazy.
The meat is helping your physique and
yeah, if I just eat meat, yeah, definitely. Yeah, because meat is very satisfying. Meat has what's called a high satiety rate, which means like when you eat it, you get satisfied when your body's had enough. But I always say this, like, if you gave me a steak, just a steak, 16-ounce steak, I eat it, I'm good. I don't need anything else. But if there's a bowl of pasta next to that steak, I'm eating the pasta too. If there's some bread and butter, I'm going to eat the bread and butter. Somebody rolls out dessert, of course I'll have dessert. Next thing you know, I've consumed, 1,500 extra calories that I didn't even really want or need. Mm-hmm. You just get addicted to just stuffing your face, just stuff. Oh, if I don't leave like this, like my stomach literally will distend out. Yeah. Where I look at myself in the mirror, I'm disgusted. Like, what have you eaten? Look at all the mass you put in your body. Because if you looked at, like, if you keep your stomach like right here, like this is my normal stomach. But if you add that much food, which is I'll consume that much food easy, it just goes right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and you just look at you like, you fat piece of shit. You lazy, slovenly, greedy fuck. Like, look what you've eaten.
You get any, you sweat at night when you sleep after you have meat? I'm drenched.
I have a thing called an 8.
Sebastian, he's a really good listener if you pay attention. I think that's what, this is his third time in the podcast, Sebastian. And, man, they're funny. These guys, just listening to these guys talk, they're funny. They give some good advice. Joe always gives nutrition, training, workouts, advice, and then Sebastian, he's always just cracking jokes on making fun of everything that Joe says. Yeah.
Sleep mattress cover.
I have one.
They're fucking amazing.
Okay.
It's a game changer.
Okay, so do you crank that thing up to 10 after you eat a meal like that to cool off the body?
No. You generally, if I'm sweating, it's because I'm having nightmares. I'll have some nightmares and I'll wake up drenched. Not in that thing, though. That thing generally, I don't think I have.
Nightmares? Like, dang, why are you getting nightmares? Wait, what are you watching? What have you been through? What are you involved with that you're having nightmares? I haven't had a nightmare in a long time. And I think because I stopped watching nightmarish stuff, I guess, I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts and stuff like that, so probably that's why as well. I don't know. Maybe if you believe in ghosts, you start thinking about it, um, then yeah, you're probably gonna get nightmares. But yeah, this guy said only when I have nightmares. Like if it's a normal thing, like yeah, only when I have nightmares. Wait, what? Why are you having nightmares? Dang, what's wrong? What's wrong? What you been going through? And why are you freaking out?
I've woken up sweaty since I got it. It's
Really?
amazing. I always used to wake up sweaty. I would wake up at wet sheets.
Oh yeah, no, I eat a ribeye. 2 o'clock in the morning, I get up and I'm like sweating,
Yeah.
and that never used to happen when I used to eat.
I don't remember.
And some of this information that Sebastian gives, they are some of his bits on his comedy stand-up comedy shows. Because this one, he shared this one on, I think his latest one, the one that he did in Vegas. He said that now he's always drenched in the morning or in the middle of the night, especially after he ate like a big steak or something like that. Yeah, well, just uncover yourself. As for me, I don't really use blankets. I don't really use it as much. I'll use it here and there, but I only need like one little blanket and I'm good. But I notice that I sometimes continually just uncover myself throughout the night.
What I have the 8 sleep thing dialed into, but I got it right there at the sweet spot. I've tried it a little too cool, a little too warm, but now I got it like right there. I sleep like a baby.
Do you have it heat up in the morning?
I think it does. I think it's on some sort of a cycle. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember how I set it up, but there's a bunch of different options that you can do, and you can even have a different option for like you or your wife if she likes it warmer or cooler. It's nice.
No, it's been a game changer for me.
It does make a big difference. Yeah, but taking care of your sleep is. I've really prioritized that, especially recently, because owning the club and being out late, and I was doing 2 shows a night, which is also a lot. It was too much. I was doing 6 hours of comedy a week, just doing 3 nights, just doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 shows a night. But it was just. I was too tired. I was burnt out. And I wasn't getting the proper sleep because I'd get home, show's over, like 12:30 or something like that. I get home, hanging out with the guys at the club. I'd get home at like 1:30, and then I start writing. And so I write from 1:30 to like 4, and then I have to get up at...
Yeah, that's true, the whole sleep thing. What usually helps me... what helps me is I go to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time, Monday through Friday, even Saturday actually, because we have morning classes. We have a 5 a.m. morning our fitness boot camp class at 5 a.m. So Monday through Saturday, I wake up at the same time. Sunday, sometimes I'll sleep in. I usually don't because after I sleep in, it messes up my sleeping schedule. It just, I don't know, it's not the same anymore. So I usually, even on Sunday, I don't stay in bed too long. I still just where was this Freeman? Yeah, I'll get up instead. I'll get up and I'll start doing something instead of staying in bed because it messes up my schedule. They're talking about some kind of bed, right? Some kind of fancy, expensive, new bed that came out to where you can adjust the heat and all that. We have a Tempur-Pedic. That's it. And we've loved it. We've always loved our bed, and not fancy or nothing like that. Just it's different, soft, but no, none of these gadgets. These guys are talking about some kind of bed that you can change the heat on either side or
But
whatever.
10 to work out. I'm like, this is too much. Like,
You're
I'm too
writing
tired.
material in the dead of night?
Yeah, that's when I write.
Wow.
Yeah. I almost always find that I'm most productive when everyone in my house is asleep. So I don't have to like, Dad, I don't have to think about anything. Did you do this? Did you put that away? Does this? Where's the thing?
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with anything. The dog's asleep. Everybody's cool. I can just sit in front of that fucking computer and think. And that's the only time that I have like free reign of my house where there's no one awake. So I get my best. And also, I think you're jazzed up when you get off stage. And if you could just hold on to that, like your brain is already kind of in comedy mode. Your brain is already thinking.
True.
Yeah, for me, I do a voice message. I record the set and I'll listen to it afterwards. But as far as like creating, I mean, I don't know. I feel like after 10 o'clock, the whole body shuts down. And I got 2 small kids, so maybe that's why they're
Sure,
up
they're up early,
and,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 9:30, 10. And talk about the 2 shows. I mean, I used to do 2 shows with my eyes closed, and now it's like the second show. It's like, hey.
Are you taking vitamins?
I take supplements like multivitamin. I'm sure I don't have it dialed in
You should get it dialed in. It'll make a big difference.
much as it should be. But I
That'll
just
make a
feel
big difference.
exhausted, Joe.
Yeah.
I am tired,
Yeah.
and I just constantly have to have sips of caffeine throughout the day to stay alive.
Ooh.
That's where I'm at. You look like you wake up ready to go. Right? I got this whole vision of what your day must look like. You must spring out of bed and go, "Give me it." Right? I don't even talk about not having a suit on. I don't think since I've known you, I've seen you yawn. I'm not kidding, bro. You constantly look awake. What is it?
It's health.
The water?
It's all the above. Supplements, definitely. That's a big factor. I take a lot of vitamins. I take athletic greens. That's one thing.
I don't take no supplements whatsoever. I stopped drinking coffee at 10:30. Javi. My beautiful wife just walked in. Do you agree with that, Javi? I stopped drinking coffee at 10:30. That's because Joe Rogan says that he takes a ton of vitamins. Joe Rogan. You know him? I'm about to find out. Well, he's a big old health freak, but because you don't have to be taking so many vitamins, just your nutrition, right? Because he's right. He's doing a podcast with Sebastian, and Sebastian's like, I don't think all this time that we've been together, I don't think I've ever seen you yawn. He's like, you look like you're always ready to go. He's like, yeah, it's the energy. He's like, it's the vitamins. I take a ton of vitamins and this and that. Because he does take care of himself, but he does a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of supplements. A lot of gadgets. He uses like saunas, red light saunas, and all this weird stuff, scientific stuff. But anyways, that's what I'm listening to while I play some games, and then we have some friends that come on to the chat, and we'll chat it up.
Thing I take, but I take a whole suite of different vitamins. I take a bunch of different things like vitamin D, vitamin K2. I take things for eyesight. I take just fish oil. I take creatine. I gotta take all kind for his eyesight. He takes creatine. Yeah, I've taken it before, but he takes all kinds of multivitamins. Creatine is good, but just not permanent. Even protein shakes is good, but not permanent. That's about it. A lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I took a
All right. So where we at?
I don't know, 3 or 4 vitamins once. Right? I swallowed it with some water. I coughed, and a puff of white smoke came out of my mouth.
Vitamin powder. Yeah.
I think the body's rejecting the vitamins.
It's got to be a slow process. You don't want to dive right into the amount of vitamins. The amount of vitamins I take is like half of this coffee cup.
Jeez.
Every day.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
That guy's crazy. Man, he takes a lot of vitamins. He has a coffee cup. He said half of his coffee cup. That's a lot. And actually, you shouldn't be if you'll know when you're consuming too many of those supplements or vitamins when your urine it's like dark yellow. That's not a good sign. That means you're just peeing out. You're just wasting it at that point. You're just wasting the vitamins. What time you're leaving now? Oh. Huh? I know.
A couple.
I have like a whole cabinet that's filled with supplements, and I pull them out.
So when you travel, what do you carry a suitcase of supplements?
I have a bag, and in my bag, most of the time when I travel, there's a company called Pure Encapsulations, and they make these packs, like Athletic Pure Pack. They're great for travel. It's very easy. You don't have to think about it. Just rip open the pack, take those vitamins, and you're good. So when I'm on the road, generally, you getting rid of Carl? Is he too rowdy? He's rowdy. He wants to bite me.
He's teething. He's biting.
How cute is that dog?
He's cute. I just bought a dog. I just got a dog.
What'd you get?
Never a dog owner
Really?
in my life. It's the first time I've ever had a dog. It's a Labradoodle, and it's
Those are great dogs.
It's extremely intelligent,
Yeah.
but I don't think it likes me.
What?
I don't know. He's looking at me like loves my wife, loves my kids.
Doesn't like you.
I don't know. It's not as excited to see me as maybe my wife.
Be
and kids.
right back. I'll be right back.
I'm just very perceptive on the.
Maybe he wants to be the man. Is he the man of the house?
Well, he's becoming the man.
Does he have balls?
Yeah.
Well, keep his balls.
Yeah.
Don't.
No. That's what one of I think the dog trainer said. Just keep them.
Yeah.
Keep his
Just
nuts intact.
the whole idea is you don't want unnecessary puppies. Right. I agree. Don't let your dog breed. But be with your fucking dog. But if you take your dog's balls off, now your dog doesn't have any testosterone anymore.
Yeah.
They develop hip problems and joint problems. They're tired all the time, just like a man. If you take his balls away, they become a eunuch. That's what you're doing to your dog.
Okay.
And it's just, I've seen people do it, and they're like, oh, I wish I didn't do it. Like Andrew Huberman said that. He started giving his dog testosterone because he gave his dog, he got his dog fixed, and then his dog was like listless all the time. And so he's like, he felt terrible. And they started doing the research on it and looking into it and like, oh, well, you need hormones. Dogs do just like people do. It's terrible for them.
Yeah, we'll keep his nuts intact.
I had a vet that told me that.
Yeah.
One vet, a great guy, and he was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Everybody says to do it. Like, you're not taking your dog somewhere and letting your dog breed with a bunch of different dogs and have puppies just that irresponsibly. So your dog has a nice yard. You're a good dog owner. You're with him all the time. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
As long as you're paying attention to him.
Yeah, just the whole idea is just to not. I mean, people are irresponsible. That's why I can't go.
I wonder if Sebastian gets high. He smokes weed because I know Joe Rogan does. He's probably high right now. I wonder if Sebastian does. That's a good question. I don't think he's ever mentioned it. Yeah, because Joe Rogan, he kind of sounds high.
Go to the dog pound. If I go to the dog pound, I will have 20 dogs.
Yeah.
My dog, my dog's perfect. He's awesome, but I love dogs. I would have as many. Yeah, I always had dogs. I would have as many dogs as I can. I love them. They're just pure love. And if you have a good relationship with your dogs, if your dogs love you and you love them, it's like every day I wake up and I say to my dog, "Good morning, sir," and he goes, "Woo!" He starts whimpering and whining and wagging his tail 50 miles an hour, and he goes around in circles, and we hug it out, and
I was thinking of that, the whole dog stuff, because I was like, wait, what about his kids? You know, but I had a dog before, and it's a different kind of love that the dogs give you than your kids. I'm not saying it's better, but it's a different kind of love. I think it's more like it's like an intense love that the dogs give you, like nonstop. If you're there, it's like nonstop. They can't take their eyes off of you. They're always looking for you, so on and so on. So I think it's just a different type of love.
kiss him and I rub his belly. It's like we have a morning ritual. I love dogs, man.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice.
They change your life. They make your life filled with love. You know, cats are cool, but they're kind of aloof. You know, they want to be pet, and then they go away, and they're cool. They just want to go outside and kill something. Your dog is like your friend. He wants to hang out with you. Like, I take him to work. He's like, are we going to work? This is crazy. We're going to work. Every day when I bring out the ball, I think he's going to be bored with the ball. I bring out the ball. He's like, today he's like, enough with the ball. But nope, every day he's like, the fucking ball. He's got the ball. He's running around in circles, jumping up in the air, trying to steal the ball from me before I throw it. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I hear a lot of dog owners.
You're not having that experience?
No, well, not yet.
How old is he?
He's a puppy. He's like 3 months old.
Just spend time with him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no,
Good.
Play with him a lot.
Joe, I'm playing. I'm just saying.
He's not interested
I don't
yet.
know if it's the cologne I got on, but
I probably smell horrible to him.
he's like, what the hell is
You
this?
probably smell like a chemical factory. Like, what the fuck does this dude smell like? Woo!
I feel. Do you wear cologne? I feel like you don't wear cologne. Do you wear
Work alone? What do you mean?
Do you wear cologne?
Wear cologne.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you said work alone.
No.
No, I don't wear cologne. No, I barely wear. I only wear deodorant because I don't want to be offensive. Because I will get offensive. I'll smell terrible. But I wear natural deodorant with no aluminum in it and all that jazz.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
I don't.
You know?
I don't smell.
You don't smell at all?
No.
Are you sure? Can I smell you?
Go right ahead.
How could you not smell?
I don't have whatever it is that gives off any type of body odor.
Really?
I don't have it. I don't
Have you been told this by someone, or you just like deduce this on your own?
I've gotten sweaty many a times, and I've asked my wife, "Do I smell?" She goes, "No." So I don't emanate any odor while I'm sweating.
Interesting. Maybe your wife can't smell good.
No, I'm telling you, Joe. Believe me, I'm very keen on odors. All right, so if I smell anything, I make sure that's taken care of.
Odors are interesting because, you know, your olfactory senses, they detect changes in smell. They don't detect static smells. That's why people that live in an area like with a slaughterhouse, they don't freak out. Like, my family used to live in Pennsylvania, and when I would drive from New York to go visit them, when I would drive through these areas where they have farms and slaughterhouses, fertilizer, it's fucking terrible smell in the whole town. Like, how can these people live here? They don't smell it. Oh, the no body odor gene. That's what you have. People.
The no body odor gene. You can have that genetically. You can have a gene that prevents you from having that body odor. That's a trip. That is a trip, because usually in the fitness arena, when you sweat, it depends what you've been eating to where the sweat glands open up to cool down the body with your sweat. But along the process, it pushes out some of the, the odor from the food you've been consuming. And that's why you end up smelling. But yeah, this guy, he doesn't have that gene. So, or has a gene that prevents him from having that. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. That's trippy.
People have the ABCC11 non-functioning gene variant, have dry earwax, and little to no body odor.
Now, I've known this for some time, right? That I have no body odor. But it's nice to come on the show because there's always a reference put up. Like, I could have looked that up. I never looked it up, and here you come and you walk away knowing that you don't have the gene that emits odor.
Yeah, some sort of a gene expression. Interesting. I wonder what the benefits. We were talking about this yesterday, like people that didn't shower. There was people that went their whole life without bathing because bathing was considered a sin. It was sinful. You wanted to discourage people. Where was that about that we're reading? It was something religious, right? It was about like royalty and old-timey people. Well, but Saint Agnes, is that who it was that went his whole life without bathing at all? His whole life, no bathing. Imagine.
I couldn't imagine that.
Imagine what that guy smelled like. Imagine what his.
The smell, it depends what you eat. So if you're eating pure, organic, good food with no toxins, right? No toxins, no preservatives and stuff like that, then you're not going to stink bad, even if you don't shower. The only time that you should probably shower then is when you get dirty or something, right? So you even the soil. So it just depends where you're at. Because even if you are living in rural areas or back in the hunter and gathering time, I don't think they really showered that much either. When there was the whole hunting and gathering time or whatever age.
Asshole smell like. What the fuck, dude?
Have you gone recently in the last 10 years without taking a shower or cleaning yourself at least? Did you miss a day?
I've missed a day before. Yeah. But generally, no, because I work out. So if I work out, I always shower. I always shower. And I'll cold plunge and sauna. So that's, you just drench with sweat. You feel like shit if you don't wash off a little.
No, I agree. I'm just, I think I might be showering too much.
How much do you shower?
Well, I normally get 2 showers in a day.
Really?
Sometimes 3. I feel like if I'm gonna go to dinner, say with my wife, I feel like I can't take the day shower and bleed it into the night. I feel like it's a reset.
Right.
You gotta get ready for the
nice.
dinner. Yeah.
You want to look nice. You want to feel nice. Put that watch on.
Put the watch on and go out and have a nice bowl of pasta.
Yeah.
And sweat to death
Now
at
you're
2 o'clock in the morning.
Do you use the 8 sleep thing? Does it help you?
Well, it's, again, I got this 8 sleep. It's supposed to monitor your sleep.
Right.
I got the Aura ring supposed to monitor.
Right.
You know what I need?
What?
I need accountability. I need to send the data to someone
And have someone change your lifestyle.
and have them analyze it and go, oh, you know what the problem is? You're waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's disrupting your sleep. But I got all this data. I got an Apple Watch. Oh, I burned 390 calories. Okay. What does that mean? There's no...
Right.
I have a lot of data. I don't have a lot of analysis. All right?
Do you have a trainer?
I have a trainer, yeah.
Maybe we should get a nutritionist. You got some bread. Get a nutritionist. Get someone we could show the data to, and they'll tell you what you're doing wrong.
All right. I need someone to hand over the data to then...
They have like companies that do stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get that done. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah, I bet the late night eating thing's a real problem. That one makes you feel terrible when you're sleeping.
What's late night eating? Okay, like some say, all right, you should have dinner at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and after that you don't eat if you go to bed around 9:30. What's a late night meal for you?
At 1 o'clock in the morning last night, I was cooking elk steaks. 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
And then you go to...
What is he doing at 1 o'clock in the morning cooking elk? What'd I tell you? That guy loves elk. Man. How am I gonna get through this? I'll let them run out of hammers. Let's see if they run out.
Well, then you're up till 4:30.
I was up till 3. Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're not going to sleep, I figure 2-3 hours.
Oh.
I think 2-3 hours is a good time to go to bed after a meal. Like
A couple hours. Yeah, but I've done it like where I eat and then go right to bed.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. That's what my wife.
Staying
We
awake.
have 8 o'clock at night. We're eating. Next thing you know, 8:41, we're in bed. And I'm like, is this healthy? So
You should go for a walk. Go for a walk around your neighborhood.
I just saw something online that walking.
I was gonna share that.
Oh,
Who's that?
Huberman Lab.
Oh, yeah, there it is. That's from Andrew Huberman again. Brief post-meal walks and blood sugar regulation. So they explain the simple yet large positive effect that a brief post-meal walk, as simple as it may sound, the data is impressive. And it is impressive stuff. I forget exactly what the numbers were, but you should 35% the change in your blood sugar level just by taking a walk around the block after a meal.
I don't know. Everybody gets so wound up on this, the whole walking after you eat. So basically, the way it works is, once you walk after a meal, you're burning calories. So the body's gonna be feeding those calories. So now it puts your metabolism on overdrive, which you end up feeling better by the time that you go to bed, instead of still having to digest everything when you're still in bed, right? If you go for a walk, then it puts it on overdrive. So what you're doing is putting your metabolism on overdrive in order to get it done a little bit quicker, so you can go to bed earlier, because you don't want to go to bed with a full stomach. That is horrible. Yeah, you lose a lot of sleep doing that, going to sleep with a full stomach, because again, the body is metabolizing there, it's digesting while you're trying to go to sleep. Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Pretty amazing.
With all this stuff that's out, right? All this information of how to live your life, and you took me to a tour. You got the tank, the sauna, the thing. I feel like at this age, at 50, all the stuff that you got to do to prepare for the day, by the time you're done with it, you got to go back to bed again, right? So by the time you work out, do the cold plunge, you're in the sauna, you're in the tank, and then it's time to go to bed. It's time to go back to bed with all the shit you got to do, right?
It's not that
It used
much
to be you just work out for an hour, you took a shower, and you went on with your day. Now I got to go submerge myself in water. I got to go sweat. Then I got to go float in the tank. But
The tank takes a lot of time, but the other things don't take. The float tank takes a lot of time, but the other things, like cold plunge, adds 3 minutes to my day. Sauna adds 20 minutes to my day. It's 25 extra minutes of my workout. That's it.
no, I wasn't looking for the time breakdown, Joe. I was just saying.
But it doesn't take the whole day.
But I'm just saying the amount of then you got to eat the vitamins, the half a
Right.
cup, and then you know. But by the time this is all said and done, it's time for dinner.
No, you get things done, man. Just you're exaggerating. I get you
don't-
doing that.
I don't-
It's the way you do humor. I
I
get
don't
it.
exaggerate.
It's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. You just don't waste your time. Like today, I wasted an hour just scrolling through Instagram. It's one of the rare days I just felt like indulging myself. I'm like, let's fucking see what's going on in the world. Bunch of nonsense. Some interesting things, but just a bunch of nonsense for a whole hour.
Yeah, you
just
can waste a lot of
scrolling.
time with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's mind-numbing things that you do to kind of like whatever carry yourself throughout the day. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, 20 years ago, nobody knew about any of this shit. About what you sweating and what that does. Now with the internet, you could throw up. You know, before the internet, if we were talking about walking, right, we would just go, oh yeah, no, walk is good for you. Next thing you know, now we got a whole study up on the screen of how walking is beneficial to you and this, that, and the other thing. I'm just saying, with the amount of information out there, sometimes I feel a little bit overwhelmed. Going, how much do I got to do to get through the day?
Well, it depends on how you want to feel. If you want to have a lot of energy, like I do, you have to do a lot of things. And I firmly believe that's the reason why I'm so productive. And I think if I didn't do the cold plunge and the sauna and the workouts and the vitamins and the eating healthy, I'd be a completely different human being.
It's kind of true. I agree with it almost 100%. But in my opinion, the reason why you actually need more energy nowadays, because you're doing so much. Before, you didn't do that much. There was, we have access to so much that we're able to do more stuff throughout the day because of that easy access. You can look up, how to do this, how to do that, how to learn. You can literally learn something new every single day because of the internet. That's crazy. So once you learn it, now you have a new thing to do. And some of these things, you end up finding out about them, and you're like, hey, this needs to be part of my life. Now this is permanent. I'm not just doing it just as a hobby. I want this permanent. So there you go. You add that. Okay. And then as you continue and do you do your research and all that, and you find out something else that it's also can be also beneficial to you, you're like, I want that too. So you start adding and adding and adding. Next thing you know, man, you're just doing too much. That's why you add, because you do more, so you gotta add more, and it just never stops. You will get overwhelmed. You will get overwhelmed if you're doing way too much, too distracted. You're like, man, whew. I see. So that's why. So yes, take care of yourself, but also have a balance. You gotta have a balance. Like, are some of the things that you're doing necessary? Like, do you have to do 100 things? Those 100 things, should you be doing them basically?
I know. That's why
I wouldn't have the energy.
No, I get it. It's just that there's a lot you got to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot you got to do.
Like, I see people on the internet sweating. So I'm like, okay, do I got to start sweating? Is the steam room that I got at home, is that not enough? Do a couple eucalyptus sprays, breathe in, sweat a little bit, and then I come out, right?
That's not bad.
Okay, but now do I need an infrared sauna? Because now I got to get the sweat that's inside that's not coming out with the steam.
No.
What's happening, Joe?
The infrared sauna is probably very good for you, but there's not a lot of data on it like there is with the traditional dry sauna. A traditional dry sauna, there's a lot of very beneficial data. And the thing about the difference between steam and sauna is you can't really get steam hot enough because you'll cook, because it's just too crazy. You can't get a 190 degrees steam shower. You'd literally go in there and scald your skin.
Yeah.
But you can get a 190 degree dry sauna, and you go in there and you really fucking sweat.
Yeah.
And that's when your body develops all those heat shock proteins, because your body's reacting to it overheating. So it has to do something to sort of mitigate that effect. And that effect of mitigating it is what's so beneficial for your life. I mean, there's a study out of Finland. They did a 20-year study that found that using the sauna 4 times a week for 20 minutes at a time, I think it was 175 degrees, lowers your all-cause mortality by 40%. That means strokes,
all those studies,
heart attack.
All those studies, they always change too. All this time we thought it was this, it was actually not, and this and that. No one's ever 100% right. So all these things that they tell you that is good for you, you shouldn't trust it 100% basically, because guess what? Next year there's gonna be a study saying, oh, I guess we were wrong. It's actually not that good for you. So sorry. Let's move on. Well, I just wasted thousands and thousands of dollars on this stuff, and now you're telling me this. Not only thousands of dollars, but also time. So, yeah.
Cancer, everything, lowers it by 40%. And this is a long-term study of many, many people.
So the 190 degrees is a lot more beneficial than the steam. A steam at 120, is that doing anything?
It's doing something. Yeah, it's all good. A hot bath is good. Everything is good. Getting your body to heat up is good.
Even cold.
Because it gets your body to react, and it's the same thing. It develops those heat shock proteins. A really hot bath is very good for you. If you can get in a nice hot, especially if you get some Epsom salts in there, you get that magnesium, get a really hot bath, whew, very, very good for you.
You know what I started doing? Talk about magnesium. And I don't know if you've ever done this, but I'm doing... I got a little spray bottle of magnesium. Okay. I spray it on my feet at night, and I put socks on. You ever heard of that move?
No. Why do you do that?
Saw it online. Like, hey, let me try this. I'm a guy. I'll tell you right now. This is what I do. I don't
Okay.
do research.
None.
None. I see that. I go, oh, this guy spraying the magnesium on his feet, putting socks on. I'm gonna try that tonight.
That's it.
That's it.
No Google search.
No Google search, no nothing.
Okay.
It could be killing me for all I know.
I don't think it is.
But I'm doing magnesium feet sock sleeps.
Does it seem to have a change in the way you feel?
Again, haven't done it consistently enough to even find out if this is helping me.
Right.
So I'm a guy that does like things kind of on the whim, and there's really no consistency with it, right?
Let's look into it for you because the magnesium foot spray. That I'm interested. Like, what is the deal behind that?
There's definitely multiple products being sold
crazy.
as magnesium oil for your feet. I didn't see anything necessarily saying you need to keep socks on too.
Oh, I throw the socks on just because
So you don't want to oil
I
up
don't
your
want
sheets.
magnesium all over
I'm
the
trying
bed.
to find like a
Yeah,
solid
that's a good move.
source of.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and leave it there on the magnesium filled socks for Sebastian. But I enjoyed this little time right here with you, and hope you enjoy the live stream. I'll be doing a little bit of just classic gaming and putting on some kind of podcast. If you have a recommended podcast you want me to listen to and kind of put in my reaction, my opinion on stuff like that, let me know in the comment section. Leave it in the chat before you leave the live stream. Go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button. Don't forget, and subscribe if you're new. Hope I see you there in the comment section. Take care. Be safe. Laters.